Teacher Talking Sports here, and tomorrow will provide us with Week 14 Sunday NFL action. So we're going to do what we've been doing the past few weeks and go bargain shopping. Find some of those inexpensive guys for the Sunday schedule in DraftKings, the 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock games. Let's get into it. I'm going to highlight one quarterback, two running backs, two wide receivers, and a tight end. Of course, you need to get some of those inexpensive guys if you want those guys that cost a lot of money. Those Devontae Adams, Jonathan Taylor's on a bye, but those guys that are going to cost you a lot of money, you're going to have to fill your roster out with some guys who are on the cheap side. We're going to start with Taysom Hill of the New Orleans Saints. He is $5,600. Now look at Taysom Hill's last game. It was his first start of the season. 4 interceptions. Despite his 4 interceptions, he still finished with 27.7 DraftKings points. Due in large part to his running ability, ran for 101 yards. That's always going to give him a high floor, is his running ability. In his 4 starts last year, he threw for 834 yards and 4 touchdowns while also running for 209 yards and 4 touchdowns. So it was extremely productive last year as well. The Saints will be getting Alvin Kamara back. Taysom Hill, due to his feet, always going to have that high floor. And they are playing a terrible defense in the New York Jets. I believe Taysom Hill is an excellent choice at his price point. 2 running backs we're going to start with really, you could go 2 different San Fran running backs. So Elijah Mitchell is out. Trey Sermon's still on the IR. So you could go Jeff Wilson Jr. for $4,400. He may get the most carries for San Fran in tomorrow's game. The guy I am looking at is right here, JaMycal Hasty. JaMycal Hasty should share a lot of the ball carrying for the 49ers along with Jeff Wilson. I just believe he has more capabilities in the passing game, and when DraftKings is PPR, I believe that may make him a little more valuable. He's $400 cheaper than Wilson at $4,000. Playing a Cincinnati team that has a decent run defense, but the 49ers have always been that running team despite who's injured. It really doesn't matter who's in the backfield. They're going to try to run the ball a lot, and I believe Hasty could definitely reach the end zone at some point in tomorrow's game against the Bengals. Hasty at $4,000, I believe, is excellent value. But if you think Wilson has the chance to have a better game, spend that extra $400. The other guy I am looking at, and there's so many guys at this price point. Let's find him. Detroit. Where is he? There he is. Jamar Jefferson, $4,000. Now, DeAndre Swift is out, and Jamal Williams is out as well. So Jamar Jefferson should be the bell cow for the Lions offense. The 7th round pick, 7th round rookie this year. The Lions have struggled mightily this year at 110-1, but they really haven't had issues running the ball. Swift's been putting up his numbers. Jamal Williams has had some solid games, playing his role as well. So with Jefferson now stepping up to take the lead role, he only has 10 carries on the year, but 2 of them went for pay dirt. So expect Jamar Jefferson to put up some decent numbers at a very low price point. Next, let's look at 2 wide receivers. Starting with $4,700. Oh, was that 3,000? Got to scroll up. There we are. Jamison Crowder of the New York Jets. Crowder should be maybe the top target for rookie Zach Wilson in tomorrow's game. That is because Corey Davis is still on the IR, and Elijah Moore was placed on the IR today, which definitely should lead to Crowder receiving more targets. He did have 6 targets, catching 4 of them in last week's game. As you can see, has 42 catches on the year for 2 touchdowns. I could definitely see him possibly receiving 10 targets, maybe catching 6 passes, and hopefully reaching the end zone if you take him. I believe he's great value at 4,700. And the other receiver we are going to look at is at 3,400, and that is Jalen Guyton of the Los Angeles Chargers. Guyton had his best game of his season last week. Caught 4 passes for 90 yards, including a 44-yard touchdown. Now, he should see a larger role because Keenan Allen has been listed as out due to being placed in COVID protocols. And Mike Williams was in COVID protocols, but he has been activated. He will play, but Chargers have often had 2 receivers be fantasy worthy in a lot of games. I believe Guyton could be that guy in tomorrow's game. Has 289 yards receiving on the year. He could definitely receive 5 or 6 targets, catch 4 passes, maybe reach the end zone. I love Guyton at that price point. And then at tight end, the guy I'm picking is mainly because he's really the only tight end in the room for this team, and that is Austin Hooper at 3,400. As you can see, the guy below him, David Njoku, is in the COVID protocols. He is out, as well as Harrison Bryant has been ruled out. Stephen Carlson is on the COVID-19 list. Austin Hooper is really the only man left standing. So I believe Baker Mayfield could look to him often. He hasn't had a great season. As you could see last week, he didn't have any catches on 3 targets. But the previous 2 games, he did catch 4 balls in each. Did have a touchdown in week 10. So with Hooper being really the only tight end in Cleveland's room, expect him to get a lot of playing time, and for Baker Mayfield to look for him at times. So those are some of the cheaper guys I am looking for Week 14 NFL DraftKings. It's Christmas time. We got to look to, save some money when we can. So those are some guys I like. Let me know in the comments who you are looking to take that is on the inexpensive side for Week 14 DraftKings. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, share the video, hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.